Which NFL head coach have we seen have the best dance move so far this season? Aaron Glenn or Mike McDonald? Or if you got a third, what do you guys think?
I mean, how do you beat Aaron Glenn?
Yeah, that was great.
I don't know.
That's gonna be a meme forever.
Yeah. That was good. I think I had to. Yeah, that was good. That was good content. There was a lot of good content for all the kicking fiascos this week. There was a lot of Jalen Hurts, good content on theirs as well too. But yeah, that Aaron Glenn's up there.
Yeah, my vote goes to Aaron Glenn. I could only dream to have moves like that.
As someone who spends way too much time talking about the Seahawks, I don't know what Mike McDonald did. What did I miss?
Kind of moonwalked out of the dance circle in the locker room. It was very
Gotcha.
low key.
Well, that's right. He did. Yeah.
Entourage. At least there were other people doing it with him, right?
Oh, that's funny. Yes.
So we'll hope to see more dance moves from Mike McDonald. But okay, second league question, because I know we got a lot of Seahawks things to talk about. Today it was announced that Jackson Dart will be the starter for the Giants. So wondering just where you guys think this will go for Russell Wilson. Do you think he's done as a starter? Could he end up on another team? Like, where do you guys see this going, Rob?
I think that's going to come down to Russell Wilson because, I don't know, because there are other teams out there that you could say Russell Wilson could potentially be an upgrade for them over their current backup. And yet I don't see the Bengals doing that. I don't think they're going to move off Jake Browning, despite what happened at the weekend. I don't see like the Vikings or any of the McVay type coaches doing that. So I don't know. It's a shame that it looks like it's the end for Russell. And unfortunately, I think this sort of latter end to his career is going to blot his copybook, and people are not going to remember the good times. But I think I'm hoping that in time, the Russell Wilson that we all remember is the one that effectively changed the league to a certain extent with his scrambling ability and everything that he achieved in those early seasons and then during his peak years in Seattle. So I hope we can get back to that. But this could be it. That could be him in the NFL done.
Brian, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit ironic, I guess, or at least poignant that the Seahawks are playing a quarterback drafted number 1 overall who probably wouldn't have been drafted number 1 overall if Russell Wilson wasn't the player he was. So Kyler Murray, I think, got some benefit that he wouldn't have otherwise. And there's other quarterbacks that have got the opportunity. Baker Mayfield probably benefited, even though he's a different type of quarterback. He's also on the shorter side. And so, yeah, I mean, Russell was absolutely a, genre breaker. I also think that he is not a guy that will ever be content being a backup and doesn't really fit that role. And I don't know that there's a place for him in the league, knowing that I think he brings more than himself to wherever he goes. And I don't know how many places want high knees on the plane. So we'll just have to see how that ends up.
Yeah, I think this is it for Russ. For those reasons, my age that allows me to look at a little bit differently. At least just recently, I was like, man, how old are his kids? Do they remember him being good? I mean, I guess he was like good last year, but no, like for real, because I was just talking to a player yesterday, and he has a small son, like 1, I think, and he was like, I want to play long enough so that like I can come off the field and my son can run to me and be like, oh, Dad, you did great. I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. And so if you're Russ, like I'm sure you have those same goals, It's like, well, how much do those kids remember of you being like super good? It's a lot of his career now with teams actively trying to move on, fan bases not really rocking with him. So that kind of sucks. Maybe being a dad now, I look at it from that view. I posed this question. We don't have to spend a lot of time on it, but in the media room today, Brian was there. I was wondering if Russ is in the Hall of Fame. If assuming he doesn't play anymore, certainly won't be a starter anymore, I don't think. I feel like that'll probably be the next like debate topic that has to do with Russ. I'm a hard no on it. I had to leave the room before the rest of the debate commenced, but I feel like that'll be like a thing with Russ now.
Mike was out of there quick. Well, I can speak to the child and dad part. I would say even when my dad was a starter and when moments when he was backing up Andrew Luck and not the starter, it was still so cool for me. Like I didn't know the difference really of, how significant for him it probably was. But you look at that person as a superhero anyway. So I'm sure those kids will understand the glory days for sure at some point. But the Giants are 0-3 and looking to get their first win of the season against the Chargers. So good luck to the Giants and Jackson Dart